Here is my workbook outline. Here are my note cards. Wow, I love your sweater. That was me giving a compliment to someone about a matter that has an effect on us every day, and that is our clothes. Well, I was thinking of a topic to speak on. The topic of how clothes influence the way people behave caught my eye. Since this appealed to me, I thought that maybe it would appeal to other people too. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized how much of an effect they have on us every day. So first, I'd like to start out with a video I found on YouTube, and it's called Enclothed Cognition.
Clothing is more than just decoration for the body or protection from the elements. Clothes have powers over your mind. Scientists have demonstrated this in experiments in which they divided people into two groups. Group A wore their normal street clothes, while Group B wore their normal clothes and lab coats. When those people went on to perform tests of mental agility, the group wearing lab coats made about half as many mistakes as the group not wearing lab coats. Stranger still, in a similar experiment in which both groups wore lab coats, but one was told they were wearing painter's smocks and the other told they were wearing doctor's coats, the doctor's clothes group performed much better in brain games than did the painter's clothes group. Scientists call this weird phenomenon enclothed cognition, and they say it depends on both the symbolic meaning of the clothing and the psychological experience of wearing the clothes, constantly reminding you of what those clothes represent. The symbolic power of a white coat changes depending on what you call it, and then wearing it prepares you to be more attentive or more careful or more artistic. That feeling can then translate into actual changes in your behavior and performance depending on the situation. So, remember, the clothes you wear don't just change the way other people see you, they change the way you see yourself. And wearing certain kinds of clothes can affect the way you behave and even change the way you think. That means wearing a pair of glasses not only makes you look smart, it also makes you feel and act like you are now less dumb.
As you can see, clothes have an effect on how we feel about ourselves and how others see us as well. So when we dress up, we feel more confident and we're more ready to conquer the day. We just feel better overall. And on brainfodder.com, it says, science says that the clothes we wear can affect our behavior, attitudes, personality, mood, confidence, and even the way we interact with others. So on the other hand, when we dress down, when we're just in sweats, comfy clothes, maybe if we don't do our hair or our makeup, we'll just feel more tired and just not ready for the day. And there's a quote I found on testbig.com, and it says, instead of you are what you eat, you are what you wear. So I thought that was very accurate because you just act how you dress. So not only will you feel different, but the people around you will also feel different. So just one example that's kind of silly because it would never really happen is if you showed up to, say, a funeral in a bikini. Obviously, the way you dress does not fit the setting. It doesn't fit where you are. So more of a realistic comparison is one time I was at basketball practice and I had to go to a meeting really quick after. It was right when we finished. It was for school. So I showed up in all my basketball gear and I could just tell people were kind of looking at me and I was not dressed for the setting. So I kind of felt judgment, and that's also something that you'll feel is you'll just kind of feel out of place and no one will really want to be around you. They'll kind of avoid you. So, a quick recap, our clothes actually have a big influence on our lives, whether it is big or small, and that's kind of something that we wouldn't really think have an influence on our lives, but it really does. So just remember that when you dress good, you feel good. When you don't dress good, you probably don't feel as good. And others will also feel more comfortable around you if you're dressed for the setting or the event or just dressed correctly. And so just remember that you are what you wear. So keep that in mind next time you're choosing your outfit.